might be wondering why I'm walking in a car park. I'm actually in the middle of a field that has been converted into a temporary junkyard where cars left unusable during the recent floods have actually been dumped. Hello and welcome, I'm Mahrukh Inayat and you're watching this special show from the heart of the valley. The big question being asked is, will Kashmiris vote this election? Or will they adhere to the boycott that has been given by the separatists? Over the next half hour, you'll hear stories from a cross-section of Kashmiri society and their story of what they think of this election.
पॉलिटिकल सर्किट में यहाँ काफी खलबली हो रही है। एक पार्टी का जो नुमाइंदा है वो दूसरी पार्टी में जा रहा है और अभी रिसेंटली ऐसा हुआ है, ये गाना सुनिए और आपको पता चल जाएगा मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ।
Sardar Nasir Ali Khan is a popular radio jockey in Srinagar. He often debates contemporary issues on his morning show. These days, the hot topic is elections.
I don't have to say the name. फिलहाल कुछ ऐसा हुआ है कि जो महबूब बेग हैं नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के
Nasir knows the power of his vote and links it to development.
As for me, I would go out and vote. You should have good infrastructure in hospitals. You should have good infrastructure in schools. You should have better roads. You should have better internet connectivity throughout. I have been hearing that they would like Wi-Fi Lal Chok from last 5 years. It should happen because the people who would go out and vote are people who are young like me, and they need education. They need stuff like this.
Since the early 90s, mistrust in politicians and elections grew in the valley, thanks in great measure to boycott calls given by the separatists. But now the question is being asked is that will Srinagar vote larger than the other areas in the valley? Traditionally, it has been seen that while the entire valley has voted in large numbers, comparatively it has been Srinagar that has always shown a low voter turnout.
While speaking to a group of media students at the Kashmir University, you get a glimpse of the level of alienation this section of youth feels.
Do you believe that these elections are a true representation of the people of the valley?
Honestly speaking, I really don't believe that it is actually a true representation. It's a confused representation of the beliefs that people carry here in the valley. Because the history has been quite imminent that the people of the valley have been struck by confusion and at the same time have been struck by catastrophes and by armed resistance. So all that has created an aura of confusion in Kashmir. And elections, these forthcoming elections, are a part of that confusion.
I have never been think of voting in a system which doesn't belong to us or which doesn't support our moral rights. So I would not go for that process which wouldn't make a dent in the social upliftment, in the economical upliftment of Kashmir. That's why I won't vote.
Before the election, there is a different stand of every party. Before election, that is go back army. We are pro-Kashmiris, pro-separatists. Every political parties take every kind of stand before election. And after election, you see all the parties running on the same lines again. Whatever is dictated by the central government, it's always deteriorated into the same thing. So I don't think election, there is a point in voting again this time. So I guess boycott is the only way.
Years of this sense of isolation seem to have ebbed, with the valley seeing peace for the last 3 years. But the recent floods in September that devastated most parts of Srinagar city seem to have brought back that sense of we're on our own among the people.
I'm doing this because I don't have any insurance.
Shaukat Hussain is busy trying to salvage as many television sets as he can after his shop was submerged in flood waters for more than 20 days. He's selling off most of his electronic gadgets at major discounts.
This is the toughest time of my life. I have lost at least 1 crore in my shop. Nobody is helping us, no government aid. I have lost everything at my home in Rajbagh.
Hussain doesn't believe in a boycott, but he simply doesn't see a single candidate worthy of his vote.
No, I'm not saying any boycott. I don't feel there's any person whom I can vote. I gave you the example. If Manmohan Singh will be here, he's an honest person, he's an economist, he will uplift my J&K state. If there would have been Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, he's an honest person, though he belongs to BJP. I don't mean to say any party, but he's an honest person. He would have, I doubt nobody is here who will uplift Jammu and Kashmir.
In another part of the city, through the alleys of Habakadal in downtown Srinagar, we meet Shashi Bakshi. She's been living in this neighborhood since 1974, even though many of her relatives left when trouble started. She survived the devastating floods this year, left behind with a battered house and waiting for help.
सच में कह रही हूँ, हमने कोई कुछ नहीं देखा, किसी ने नहीं, कोई तो मेरे पास आया ही नहीं था। आपकी मेहरबानी, आप मेरे पास आए, आपने बात की मेरे साथ, आप आए मेरे पास, हमने तो बातें की मेरे साथ, मैं अकेली हूँ, इससे फिर क्या बताऊंगी आपको।
Almost all political parties are vying for the Pandit vote, especially the BJP, considering this small segment has always opposed any call for boycott.
अगर ठीक हालत होता तो मतलब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है वोट डालने में, वोट डालना चाहिए, इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। तो मैं तो यही बोलूंगी, जो मेरी हेल्प करेगा मैं उसको वोट डालूंगी, जो मेरी हेल्प करेगा।
As our team travels to North Kashmir, we find that this autumn brings with it not just the first signs of winter but also winds of change. Zahoor Ahmad Gojari has a small shop in Baramulla district. Once a hotbed of terror, today he believes it's the ballot and not the bullet that'll bring about change.
तो आप क्या वोट करेंगे?
हाँ, वोट करेंगे।
क्यों वोट क्यों करेंगे? क्यों?
ये अपना पहचान है, वोट अपना वोट जरूरी डालना है। इससे पता चलता है कौन काम करता है, कौन नहीं काम करता है। जिस जो काम करेगा उसी को हम वोट डालेंगे।
When the Headlines Today team enters the neighbouring town of Sopore, the change in atmosphere is distinct.
हमने वोट डालना नहीं है किसी को, क्यों डालें हम वोट? आगे फायदा किसका होगा? हाँ, हम बाइकआउट पे रहेंगे बस।
As we drive into the crowded streets of Sopore, we hear more voices of dissent.
कश्मीर डिस्प्यूट है, सारा मसला है। खुदा ने खास्ता आपसे कोई गुस्से में बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ये डिस्प्यूट है, ताकत से दबाने से क्या हुआ, बस और कोई बात नहीं है। हम आपसे ये भी कहेंगे कि हम हिंदुस्तान के साथ से, ये भी कहेंगे नहीं भी है, दिल में मोहब्बत है, इंसानियत सबसे बड़ी बात है, लेकिन ये डिस्प्यूट मसला है, ऐसे बात क्या करनी है, कोई बात ही नहीं है।
इंडिया से मोहब्बत है, लेकिन उसने कश्मीर का मसला नहीं,
डिस्प्यूट है, मसला नहीं, इनको छोड़ना है।
It should be resolved as per the resolution of the United Nations of Organization.
बस कुछ नहीं, डिस्प्यूट है,
यही है मसला है, हम इसीलिए बाइकआउट कर रहे हैं।
बहस करना है।
Travelling in trains was alien to most Kashmiris till a few years ago. For many daily commuters, it's now become a way of life. The Headlines Today team has taken a train from central Kashmir, now heading towards the south. Having understood what the north wants, it will now be interesting to see how the south reacts to the polling exercise.
इलेक्शन होगा तभी तो मतलब यहाँ पर मतलब काम होंगे, बाकी मतलब तरक्की होगी।
Deboarding in Pampur, we headed out towards South Kashmir's biggest district, Anantnag. The district was one of the worst affected by the devastating floods in September this year. Our first stop, right by the National Highway, a bat-making unit operated by Ali Muhammad. Muhammad has managed to survive the floods but is reluctant to speak about elections.
वोट देने से क्या फर्क पड़ जाएगा? वोट अगर लेगा भी तब भी फर्क कोई पड़ेगा नहीं। ये नेता लोगों को काम ही होता है।
Our next stop is the village of Chitti Singhpura, a village where 400 Sikh families live. A village which saw the massacre of 34 Sikhs in March 2000.
जब तक सब लाशें नीचे गिर गई थी, मैं भी गिर गया था, लाशों में था मैं भी, तो तब तक मुझे कोई गोली नहीं लगी थी। उसके बाद में फिर उन्होंने कहा कि भाई देखो कोई जिंदा मत है, इनमें एक एक गोली और लगाओ। फिर टॉर्च लगा के उन्हें एक गोली लगाई, जो गोली मुझे भी लगी थी।
कहाँ पे लगी थी आप?
मेरी इसमें हिप में लगी थी और इस हिप से जाके दूसरी हिप में ये चूड़ा जिससे hip has been replaced.
Nanak Singh is a sole survivor of that massacre. He lost his son and brother in the mindless violence. He is angry at the lack of action against the perpetrators.
अगर वो रिलेटेड था चिरसिंहपुर के साथ, तो हमारे साथ ये सौतेली माँ का सलूक क्यों हुआ है?
His faith stands shattered.
इलेक्शन के बाद हमारा क्या, हम तो मतलब सच पूछे तो हमारा दिल तो किसी के साथ भी नहीं है, क्योंकि बहुत सारी पार्टियां आई, बहुत सारी हुकूमतें आई, 2000 से आज 14 साल हो गए। 14 साल तक किसी भी सरकार ने, किसी भी पार्टी ने कोई ऐसा रोल अदा नहीं किया कि हमारी इसकी इंक्वायरी हो या हमारे साथ कोई दुख बांटा, कभी किसी ने नहीं। तो हमारा उसमें कोई खास रोल नहीं है इलेक्शन में ऐसा।
In my travels across the valley, the one thing that was unmissable was that voters, at least those who openly said that they want to vote, openly identified themselves with the party of their choice. More so outside Srinagar city. From a valley that has shunned democratic institutions for long, to a valley that wants to welcome a change, or at least the hope of one.
Elections in Jammu and Kashmir are really like no other. Fought through the ballot box, but also fought under the shadow of the gun. The 2014 state elections are perhaps the fiercest we've seen here in years in the Kashmir Valley. You've got the ruling National Conference battling for survival, the opposition PDP hoping to make a comeback after 6 years, the national parties, the Congress, and uniquely this time the BJP too, trying to make an impact in the valley. It's also an election which is being fought in the aftermath of the terrible floods, the worst that the state has seen in over a century. The big question then, how is all this going to play out? Lots of questions to be answered. The best way to find out is let's travel on Ground Zero Srinagar. Okay, my first stop on my travels, Srinagar's most enduring landmark, the Shikara, and of course the Dal Lake. नमस्कार चाचा, कैसे हो? टूरिज्म कैसे चल रहा है?
पहले चलता था ठीक, अभी सैलाब आ गया, कुछ नहीं चलता अभी सर।
सैलाब के बाद after the floods there hasn't been much tourism.
जब से फ्लड आया है तब से हमने देखा है कि कोई टूरिस्ट यहाँ पे आया नहीं है और न ही हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने हमें कोई मदद किया है।
So it's very clear now, there is anger on the streets here in Srinagar, particularly after the floods. Tourism is really the lifeblood of Kashmir and Srinagar. Without tourism, the area will struggle. The big question then, will the floods that have affected Srinagar wash away the political fortunes of Omar Abdullah? कौन जीतेगा, महबूबा मुफ्ती या उमर अब्दुल्ला? महबूबा मुफ्ती या उमर अब्दुल्ला? बॉयकॉट। बॉयकॉट? बॉयकॉट। ओके, उमर अब्दुल्ला, महबूबा मुफ्ती, बॉयकॉट कौन? बॉयकॉट। 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 इलेक्शन बॉयकॉट। उमर अब्दुल्ला या महबूबा मुफ्ती? बॉयकॉट। ओके, महबूबा मुफ्ती जीतेगी या उमर अब्दुल्ला जीतेगा? महबूबा मुफ्ती। कौन जीतेगा इलेक्शन? महबूबा मुफ्ती। उमर अब्दुल्ला या महबूबा मुफ्ती? महबूबा मुफ्ती। महबूबा? महबूबा मुफ्ती। हाँ? उमर अब्दुल्ला नहीं? क्यों? चेंज चाहिए? हाँ, you want change? Okay, at the moment the flavor of the season certainly at the market in Lal Chowk is महबूबा मुफ्ती. सही है? बेशक, right. Elections in Jammu and Kashmir mean different things for different interest groups. For the mainstream political parties, it's a chance to grab power. For militant groups, on the other hand, it's a chance to exhibit their power through a bullet. For separatist groups, on the other hand, it's an opportunity to once again reflect their commitment to the concept of Azadi. The separatist leaders are all under house arrest, but the separatist sentiment still echoes, particularly in areas like this, Mysuma in downtown Srinagar, the gud or the base of leaders like Yasin Malik. Last time, polling here was less than 10%. Poll boycott is the weapon which is used in areas like Mysuma even today. Hi everybody. वेलकम, हाय, कैसे हैं भाई साहब? बिल्कुल ठीक। ये बताइए, इस बार चुनाव से कोई असर होगा या लोग अभी भी बॉयकॉट करना चाहते हैं?
जी, हम अभी भी बॉयकॉट के सिलसिले पे चलना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि जो यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट है वो लोगों के साथ कुछ ताउन नहीं करती है। सब ये करप्ट पीपल है, सभी जो गवर्नमेंट है यहाँ पर।
अभी बताओ, 70% वोटिंग हुई थी, तो उसका क्या मतलब है? यानी लोग चाहते हैं कि इलेक्शन हो।
वो तो किसी ने देखा नहीं, हम में से किसी ने देखा नहीं 70% वोट। वो तो आप लोगों ने, मीडिया ने बोला।
आप जाके वोट क्यों नहीं देती?
नहीं, हम किसी को नहीं वोट देंगे।
किसी को वोट नहीं देंगे। सेपरेटिस्ट लीडर चुनाव क्यों नहीं लड़ते?
वो कैसे लड़ेंगे सर?
इलेक्शन लड़ लो, जीत जाओ और फिर
नहीं होता है ना कि हम इलेक्शन चाहते हैं, वो इलेक्शन जो बैनुल अक़वामी जितात होंगे इलेक्शन, उस इलेक्शन के साथ है हम।
तो आप चाहते हैं जो इलेक्शन जो आपके स्ट्रगल के साथ जुड़ा हुआ, आप नहीं पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे इलेक्शन में? आपको नहीं लगता है कि इलेक्शन से कुछ फर्क पड़ता है? कुछ नहीं फर्क है।
ये इलेक्शन खत्म होगा, उसके बाद हमें कोई चेहरा नहीं दिखाएगा।
हमारे साथ जुल्म हो रहा है, हमारे बच्चों को पकड़ा जा रहा है, शहीद होते जा रहे हैं, फेक एनकाउंटर्स होते हैं यहाँ पे।
वोट इसलिए डालते कि अभी बाढ़ आ गई हमें, तो हमें कोई प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए, जो हमारा नुकसान हो गया वो मिलना चाहिए, वो मिला ही नहीं, तो हम क्यों वोट डालें? आप देखिए यहाँ पे कितने सारे घर खत्म हो गए। बोलिए गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया हमारे लिए?
पूरा सब डैमेज हो गया
जी, पूरा का पूरा इलाका डैमेज है।
ये प्यामत सारे हम 12,500।
अच्छा, रेंटेड हाउस लिया है। This is, as I said, a separatist stronghold. They believe that the only answer to their problems is their notion of freedom or azadi, and the elections will make no difference. So the poll boycott will continue in places like Mysuma. But there are some winds of change that are also taking place in the Kashmir Valley. I'm going to find out what the young of Kashmir have to think about elections 2014. Some of them are joining me very kindly. What is the biggest issue you think that confronts the youth of Kashmir? Corruption, unemployment, flood relief, or is it revocation of AFSPA? What do you think should be the top priority when the young have to vote in this election? Quickly.
I'm sorry, but the biggest challenge that we are facing is the sense of belongingness that India should give us.
It's a sense of security. When people are secure and youth is secure, then everything else will actually work out.
I think it's unemployment plus post floods. There was a lot of destruction. Logon ke ghar tabah ho gaye.
How much are you giving Omar Abdullah on 10?
I think 7.5 should be enough.
That's quite high. Yeah?
Because he's been unlucky also.
I think he has been more of a listener. And, practically we did not see, anything happening on ground.
Maybe an 8, but then his answers were washed away because of the floods.
Yes, for the first time I'm seeing in Kashmir photographs of the BJP, photographs of Modi. What do you think of Modi sahab?
So obviously he's the Prime Minister of India. I mean, his photographs and his pictures, they have to be in Kashmir. It doesn't mean that we are supporting Modi. We can never support Modi because we can never forget what happened in Gujarat.
Do you think Modi will bring development to Kashmir?
I do think so, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay, so you
yes.
think Modi
I don't doubt that.
Who do you think is the better choice today for the people of Kashmir? Omar Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, Sajjad Lone, none of them, somebody else. Come on, this way. Now I'm going to start this way.
So, if you talk about the election manifestos, I think People's Democratic Party has a clear vision.
I think Sajjad Lone.
I think PDP has many things, for some new things, innovative things.
Let's offer chances to new people. I think Mehbooba.
Anyone who who wants to rule today in Jammu and Kashmir must in a sense be able to address the issues of autonomy, of alienation and aspiration.
Sir, I would just want to bring one thing. Yes. It's like our survival at the first place is very important. If they kill us, like, if our innocent youth is killed, the basic thing is that we should survive to vote, to have aspirations, to have, to have development.
Should there be cinema theatres? Should you not be able
yes,
to go
from my side. Yes, yes, it has to.
Definitely, everybody watches movies at home. Come on, you should accept
even before all the militancy, whatever happened, we used to have cinemas. My father, my mother, elders in the family, they've gone and watched films. What's wrong in that?
But are you worried? No, but are you worried that the militants will say, no, we will not allow a cinema theatre to go ahead, we'll make it a single...
an issue anymore.
No, not an issue.
I don't think.
It's great listening to these young voices. Something that suggests that there is change in the air here in the Kashmir Valley.